But before we go, for that matter, into the details of that, I think it is time for India, for all the states, for the students, especially I see this is really the youth, tomorrow's Indians, tomorrow's planners are here. So I think this is very important to notice that when we develop an industry, everybody says it has to have an impact on the economy. That is the primary goal. Now, tourism, if we look at, you all know that tourism is a subject of United Nations. United Nations 9 sisters has one sister called UNWTO. And being a part of United Nations umbrella, it has to contribute to the Millennium Development Goals. And Millennium Development Goal number 1 is reducing poverty. Number 3 is women empowerment. Number 8 is global cooperation towards achieving that. So is tourism achieving that currently? If it is, then all the tourist destinations should not have any poverty. But actually we have. So somewhere we need to relook, we need to strengthen our own strategy. I think that's the perspective that I'm going to bring in today's presentation. So if we look at MDG goals, here you will see it's a pro-poor, growth and diversification, marginal, remote areas, reduction in isolation, blah, blah. But community participation is the cornerstone to achieve this. Now that's very important. Many places in the world, when tourism develops, then local community says, this is not mine. They think outsiders have come and they have displaced them. Or local communities feel they are treated only as laborers. This is a very important part that we all have to remember when we develop tomorrow's tourism, because if we really cannot achieve this comprehensive, inclusive development, then tomorrow may not be that brighter that we are thinking of. So that's why learning from the local knowledge, we all know that a few days back in Kedarnath, there was a huge devastation. And many people lost their lives and many people got, God knows where they have gone, displaced. Because the tourism somewhere became irresponsible. We do not know what was the capacity of the place. So maybe involving local community, getting their knowledge into the place might have saved us. Very surprisingly, the world has taken a strong note of that accident and we have left it to God in Kedarnath to fix it up. The whole world actually is doing a lots of calculation on the capacity of a place. Whereas we all should look at that part, and that can only be a very important part when we take community into it. Next. Shift in outlook is required. I think tourism currently is too much infrastructure driven, whereas it needs to go investment in people. Profit is a good word, but please remember in the balance sheet, profit is still in the liability section. So we must take it in the value. There is no point imposing tourism to people. Let it evolve. Let it take a little time. You know, sustainability cannot be achieved in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years time. It is not selling a corporate soap to someone else. Not at all. When you talk with the communities, it needs to give that little time for communities to overcome their own way. Please don't impose that to communities. Non-inclusive local community as bystander. That was the usual way I have seen tourism happening in India. And this is where we are completely failing to achieve it. Local community is an active stakeholder. They are the owners of that place. Please don't think that, we must not think that the local cultural actors, they will just come whenever the tourist will come and they will sing a song even in the 2 o'clock because some tourists are there. No, we need to educate the tourists that 2 o'clock is their lunch time. And no tourist will want that. So this is our responsibility. We are not working. That is the problem. So this is something that we need to please change the outlook. Rampant construction everywhere in India. Somehow development in the world is the construction everywhere. The world doesn't anymore look at anything other than construction. So environmental sustainability, please try to look at that. And resource intensive, India has suddenly become very rich, so resource is everywhere, but let us be also a little more responsible. I think that will be nice to be added. Next. If we look at some data, 1 billion people, UNWTO says, 1 billion people travel from place X to place Y to see tourism. And you will be surprised to know 32% actually move to see cultural tourism. 32%. Now think of India. It has cultural diversification in every nook and corner of the country.